Hello, hello, hello. I should be streaming. Let me refresh my page real quick. Okay, and I'm live. Okay, so hopefully you can hear the game. You should be able to. Last time when I played Cuphead, I had a problem with the game audio wasn't going, and when I finally did get it to work, it'd go with my volume. Like, I'd jack up this volume, which you guys can't hear right now, and uh, it'd be jacked up in my ear, and that was the only way to turn it up. Turn it up on the actual stream. So that should be fixed because I installed a plugin where I could manage my game audio separately. So Alt tab. Oh no, once I tab out, it's done. But I'll just leave it at what it is. But when I'm not tabbed out, you should be able to hear all that clicking. So hopefully that's good. Actually, that seems a little loud. 1 second. Negative 30 maybe? Okay. Hopefully that's good. If I need to turn it up, tell me. I don't want it to be so insanely loud or whatever, but I also don't want it to be quiet. And I was gonna say, it's a damn shame that I couldn't turn up the volume on Cuphead, because Cuphead has such a great soundtrack, and I didn't realize people couldn't hear it until like pretty far through the stream. I don't know. I actually might have noticed it at the beginning, but I just couldn't fix it. No, I think I noticed it later in the stream. Sorry, I was just getting this. That sucks. 1 second. I bought, when I went to Yellowstone, I bought this. It's a coaster that's over here to my left. And I put it there because it fits well there and stuff. And I put drinks on it. But I hardly ever use that coaster when I'm like streaming or like normally at my desk or anything. Only time I use that coaster is to get a water while like I'm laying in bed. But when I'm streaming, I never use that coaster because I'm not left-handed, so it's not natural for me to grab from that side. So I always grab from this side. Got a cream soda. Promise, I'm gonna start playing in a second. I forgot how good cream soda is. I haven't had a cream soda in so long. But we're gonna start playing. We're playing CarMechanicSimulator today. I promise I will work on an actual video, like a scripted video, like I've been trying to doing. I have ideas for one. One might take a lot longer. One idea was, so I recently looked at what McJuggernuggets is doing again. Oh, I need to tighten that down. If you don't know who McJuggernuggets is, I'm sure everybody's seen this video. The video where the dad mows over the kids' video games. And he's like, no, 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 like, and he's screaming or whatever. And it's called like Psycho Dad mows over video games or whatever. I'm sure that's the one everybody's seen. That's the one I saw when it was going like viral or whatever. So, I used to watch his videos. Like one day I was like, I wonder what's going on with that. And I watched his videos and I got into the story, And if you don't know, it was framed like his dad was like a real psycho, and the whole premise was the kid wouldn't get a job, so the dad kept freaking out on stuff because the kid would lie to him, and the dad would freak out too much, and then the kid would get mad, and uh, basically they destroyed a bunch of stuff. And for a lot of people on YouTube for a lot of time, and I don't think just kids like me, I think some adults did as well, believed it. It was a believable story. It wasn't too outlandish for that time, I guess. I guess now we'd question it more, or we'd report them more immediately, like, hey, this is going on, this dude might not be safe or whatever. But when it was going on, I guess it was the perfect time for that story to hit. That it's like, they did a whole series, and so many people did not know it was a series because it was framed like it wasn't. So many people got invested in it. And then finally it ended, and it was revealed that it was like a super long project called the Psycho series, where something would happen that would cause his dad to go psycho and destroy a bunch of stuff. So I was going to make a video on that and what he's doing now, because I recently saw some newer videos of his. It's so weird seeing him now, because obviously he's older, but I watched like the whole Psycho series, and it's so weird seeing him now get along with his dad, because it's so, he still does Psycho stuff, but I think he just does that because it obviously still gets views, and he can still get some money out of it. But now we know, now most people know that aren't new viewers, that are like, it's scripted and staged and stuff. But like, he's still doing some of that stuff, but it's weird seeing him get along with his dad. Like, he bought his dad a car recently, like his dream car. It's Pontiac GTO, 1969, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken. 96. I don't know. One of those, I think. That doesn't matter. And he tried to retire his dad. Like, offered to pay for all his medical, all his bills and stuff. His dad said no, because he's like a man's man, and he's like, my responsibility is to take care of the house. And he's like, it's not that I don't believe you could, it's that if something ever happened and then I didn't have a job, I would feel like completely responsible. He did a whole response to why he didn't say yes to it or whatever. But I watched it recently. It's like, it's so weird seeing him actually get along with his dad, when the last I watched of him was, not the last I watched of him, but was when he was still doing Psycho series and stuff. And then he did, I think it was the Devil Inside series, where he did it with Boogie, and that was also kind of framed like it was real. So that one was also believable to me at the time, because he had just came off the Psycho series, and he was the premise was he's trying to do stuff in LA, and then he had to go hang out with Boogie 2988 or whatever, and Boogie went psycho. And it's so weird. He's just such a great storyteller, where it builds it up, and you're like, you believe this, even though the last thing was revealed to be staged. It sets it up where you're like, this is real. But nevertheless, it's, anyways, what I was saying is, like, I was thinking about doing a video on him, but that might take a while, to do like a whole video on McJuggernuggets and the Psycho series, because it's hard to break down. It's hard to break down the most memorable moments and how it built, and Jesse Ridgway as a person. Jesse Ridgway is the guy who created the Psycho series. But yeah, so Um, okay. Sorry, I've rambled on for. Let's see. Oh, I've rambled on for 10 minutes about the Psycho series. Hey, could I just put that into a video? Bam, done. So, I don't think that's going to be my next video. That might be a long-term project where I try to actually work on that wall. But I also thought about doing it for I want to do a Game of the Year thing. Where it's like, even if the game wasn't Game of the Year, it's like what I thought should have been Game of that year. So, I might rename it if I can't think of specific years. And I'm like, there's 3 from 2018 or something that I really liked. But I want to do Doki Doki Literature Club for that. And then maybe God of War and Spider-Man. Did those come out in the same year? I don't think so. God of War came out 2018. I think. The new one. I don't know. Anyways, today we're playing Car Mechanic Simulator. My point was that I'm going to get back to the swing of things and try to make more scripted videos like that, but those take a while. Please do check out my last one. I'm actually really proud of that. The last one, I felt like the editing could have been a little better, like how I did it, but I don't know. I'm very new to this and the lighting, but I just need to get a bigger camera lens with a bigger aperture. There's really nothing I can do about that now. It looks dark in that video, but trust me, it was not. I had studio lights, a light on my camera, and these lights on. So, and I can make it brighter, but for that I have to lower the frame rate, not the frame rate, the frames per second, or the shutter speed or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to do that because it's not going to look as quality of video. It's going to be brighter and less dimly lit, but it's not going to be as quality video. So, for the 5th time, anyway, we're playing Car Mechanic Simulator today. Because I've really been trying to get into car stuff. And I know a ton about cars now, but I got into cars at the worst possible time because car prices are like sky high right now, so that's fun. Yeah. So, I'm going to live vicariously through the game. So, let's actually play. I'm going to show you my Sandbox World first, and then we're actually going to go into a new world and do some new stuff. I should have streamed this earlier today, but I went to, like, a Mother's Day party my family was having or whatever. It's fun. So, yeah. We're going to check out some of my cars in this world. Which this is Sandbox World, obviously, so they're going to be like fully customized, fully kitted out cars. They're not going to be like crappy cars or whatever. Although I did have a Rust Bucket BMW in the this is the one I'm working on. This is, what is this? A Bolt Reptilia? Yeah, Bolt Reptilia. It's supposed to be like a Corvette or something, I think. Not a Corvette. That's not what I was thinking. Maybe a Corvette? I don't know. I have a list on my phone of all this stuff. This is like an E36 or something. Close to it. I mean, it kind of looks like an E36. It's got the kind of same taillights as an E36. It's got kind of the same headlights. It's a BMW, which it's FMW in this game. It's got an inline 6, which BMW has. So it says on the comparison chart it's BMW Series 3, but BMW E36 was a Series 3, They also have the one above this. This is an FMW Panther Mark 1. Then there's the FMW Panther Mark 2, which I think is supposed to be an E46. Do I have one of those out here? I might. Yeah. I think it's supposed to be an E46. Maybe. Because it's got the different taillights. I mean, it doesn't have... The main distinguishing feature for me on an E36 and an E46 is the headlights on E46s in real life are curved like up and down around the headlights a little bit, as opposed to the E36s, which are like this, where they're just completely straight. But this doesn't have the defining feature, but this is an FMW Panther Mark II. It's a Nissan 350Z or a Ribison, I don't know, Z530. I want a 350Z. That's why I got this. Oh, this is a weird engine. That is a weird engine. I've actually not looked at this before. I just got this car. I haven't worked on it yet. Two throttles. It's a V6. Which, by the way, I didn't know before. Not before this game, but I've done a ton of car research. It's, this seems obvious once you realize it, but I feel like a lot of people don't know this. A V6... Some people think V stands for valve, like 6 valves, but V6 would have 12 valves, right? I may be wrong, but anyways, point is that it's called a V6 or a V8 because it's in this V formation, and there's 3 on this side, 3 on this side, V8, there'd be 4 on this side, 4 on this side. Actually, I think this is a V8. Should be, right? Yeah, this is a V8. See, 4 on this side, 4 on this side. And an inline 6, which I don't think that... Is there an inline 8? I have no idea. Haven't checked. If there is, it's probably not common. But V6, there's 6 pistons, but they're, instead of being, or inline 6, instead of being all in a V like this, where there's 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, they're all in a row, like just in a row, inline. It seems self-explanatory, but I feel like a lot of people don't know that, and I learned that a while back. So now I have all this knowledge about cars that I can't do anything with because I don't have cars. I'll show you one of my cooler cars. Map, parking. So I have all of these. These are all cool. I have a Supra. Oh, there should be a Supra in here right now. Shouldn't there? No, I already did the Supra, didn't I? Did I? I do not remember. Did I already do the Supra? Yeah, I already did the Supra. So, Sakura Supra instead of a Toyota Supra is the change. A Marina Bizzarni is a Lambo. A Ribison Starline is a Nissan Skyline, which this is the one I just got done doing. I love it so much. One of my favorite cars I've done in this game. It's got the inline 6, it's got the turbo. See, I painted all these parts, and I don't paint these because I like some silver with the rest of it. It's fully topped off. It's like brand new. All the mufflers are brand new. Like I installed all the performance parts in it, including an aftermarket fuel pump, which if you see in the corner it says 1.5 added airflow or horsepower or something. You know, one complaint about this game, I have a couple complaints about this. This game is awesome, don't get me wrong, but I have a couple complaints about it. 1 second, I'm gonna take a drink. So, I get it, you can't do everything in a game. You have limitations, obviously. And you want to optimize it for the things you definitely need. But I feel like it wouldn't be that hard. I may be wrong. Don't trust me on this. But I feel like it would not be hard to redo so this is the air filter. I'm gonna take it off real quick because I can just do it right here in the parking lot. Stock air filter comes on a car. Actually, this is a better air filter, but I wish you could do aftermarket intakes like completely and do. I wish I could pull it up. Maybe I can. 1 second. Let's go to my Chrome window. After. Okay, 1 second. I'm showing you. Cold air intakes. That's not what I meant to do. I already got a little. Oh, can you not hear that? You probably can't actually because thing. Okay, I'll show you. 1 second. I keep saying that. Display capture. Okay, this. So this connects to your intake, and obviously this pulls in a ton of cold air or air, pulls it through, pushes more air into your engine. So on this left side is what is on the car that I'm looking at in game right now. On the right side is what I want to be able to do. I don't feel like it'd be that hard. Like that might be harder to do, but you get the point there. So also a little tidbit, you need this to be away from the rest of your engine bay, or have a thing like this. This one looks a little scrunched up and it looks like it's plastic, but yeah, that's not a good example. This thing, see this thing? When your hood closes, it basically, ow, I got a cramp in my hand, gosh. When your hood closes, it basically creates a little air pocket, so it's taking in all the cold air from outside that comes in, and not any of this engine heat around it, so it's not just blowing more heat into your engine. So, like that. Some people forget to put that on there, and they put it like right next to the engine, and it really does nothing because it's like you put it right next to the exhaust manifold. What'd you expect? It's not taking in cold air. Like, all right, the end of my rant. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at intakes. Game capture. But back on the game. Okay. Now we're back. Make sure we reinstall this. Also, I don't know why there's not a thing that goes here. That's where it would go, right? I'm not stupid, right? So confused. This turbo isn't connected to anything, is it? I mean, I know for a fact all this stuff works in this car, but I'm like, I don't think logistically, actually in real life, this is connected to anything. But, as always, I could be wrong. I want this car so bad, but Skylines are so hard to get your hands on. Well, actually, you can probably find one. Like an R34, R32. That's what everybody drives. That drives a Skyline. They're awesome. I want one so bad. But they do not. First of all, they were never made in America. Or made for Americans. Which, weirdly, I thought this would be more realistic too. This is on the left side. Shouldn't be. Starlines, or Skylines, as in real life, see, except this would say Skyline, it would have it on the right side because they were manufactured for Japan or for foreign countries. Japan makes awesome drift cars. Japan's drift scene is awesome, and I'm not just talking about like Tokyo Drift or anything like that. That's not why I learned Japan's drift scene is awesome. I learned that from Instagram when I go and save like the cars I like on my thing. I'm like, huh, oh, all of these have Japanese license plates. Or I'm like, huh, wonder, like, none of these cars are from America or whatever. But whatever. Does not look like there's much left of that license plate. How are these numbers even still on here? Did dust go under the numbers? Or did it somehow rust perfectly around the numbers? Seems improbable. I also want one of these Nissan 350Z. So they switched around. Instead of Nissan, it's Nissan. And instead of 350Z, they switched around, and it's 530, and the Z comes before it. So that they don't have to buy the rights to all these car stuffs, which I understand. Okay, one more car. I'm going to put this back in parking, I just realized. And then we're actually going to start our own playthrough. Sorry, I got confused for a second. Map. Parking. What is this one? I said one more car, but I forget which this one looks like. Oh, that's just the Civic? People are going to be mad at me if I get that wrong, but I think that's a Civic. There's the Edgewood Hellcat, which is not the Hellcat, but it's like a different Hellcat. It's like a different brand or whatever, so I guess they can get away with it. DC Typhoon, Sakura Supra. That's the Supra I'm talking about. I said one more, but I keep getting amazed by these cars. Oh, I modded one of those. I don't remember doing half of these. Atlanta, Chevrolet El Camino. So Bolt in this game is Chevrolet. You'll start to learn them. Salem, I believe, is Ford. Yeah, Salem's Ford, obviously. Sakura is Toyota, I guess. I don't know if it goes for all the Sakura cars, but I know this is definitely a Toyota. Henta, this is probably Honda, but people are going to get mad at me if I get that wrong. Actually, people aren't. You know why they aren't? because I do not have a big enough audience. I don't know what this is. This is an indie, like, older car, so I don't know what that is. I forget what Edgewood is in this game. I never buy those, or hardly ever buy those. I say I never buy them. There's one in my garage. Bought another Super, Rebison, obviously Nissan. This is, I guess, Marina is, or, yeah, Marina, I guess, is, Lamborghini, or would it be Volkswagen? Is Marina Volkswagen, or is Marina Lamborghini? Or is this the only Marina car in the game? I don't know. Because Lamborghini technically says it's its own car brand, but Volkswagen owns Lamborghini. Volkswagen owns Lamborghini, but Lamborghini is its own car, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. But saying another name before it would suggest that it's part of a car company, so Marina would be Volkswagen. Instead of just saying Bizarni. I have no idea. Or is Marina like the Lamborghini, I don't know, Lamborghini types, like Lamborghini Chiron. I know people are gonna be mad at me because Bugatti has Chirons, not Lamborghini, I don't think. But would this Marina be like Chiron Lamborghini or Chiron? I don't know. I do not know. That was a way too long rant about Lamborghinis, but Ford Mustang. What year is this? I'll check it in a second once it gets here. Oh, why am I over here? Year 1969. My dream car, by the way, is a 1968 Ford Mustang Hardtop. Which this is not a hardtop, this is a fastback. I don't think they have a hardtop Mustang in this game. Or a hardtop newer Mustang, let me say. I obviously installed the best engine in it, repainted these parts. These are all like aftermarket heads and parts and intake manifolds and carburetors and stuff. Sound makes me so happy, even if it's in-game. Which, funnily enough, you'd think I would be, since I love cars. But I am not the idiots in the parking lot at schools that rev their engines over and over again. And they have a truck, and they cut their muffler off, and they're just revving it like, wow, I'm so cool. Or the dudes who drive like a sedan that did the same thing. Like, it's like, dude, you don't drive like an awesome, like, kitted out car. You drive like just a normal everyday sedan with no upgrades other than you cut the muffler off and you're just redlining it. Like, I hope you throw a bearing or spin a bearing or throw a rod. That's what I meant to say. Anyways. Oh, did I show you my Lamborghini? I might have not shown you it. Did not show you my Lamborghini. That's why I went to it. I painted it classy purple, put these wheels on it. All aftermarket lights and stuff. This is the engine. Oh, that's pretty. It's a V12. This is one of the only V12s in game. I think... How many V12s are there in this game? That's a good question. So, I know there are 2 V12 engines in this game, but I don't know how many V12 cars are there. There at least has to be 2 V12 cars, but I don't know if there's more than that use the same engine. Because there's this type of gearbox that's at the back, and there's another one, which I haven't built yet, which I'm assuming is for the front, because it's just, it has a thing right here instead of transmitting directly to right here. Or transmission. I painted these, I painted this. I went with purple. See, it's like, it's a Lamborghini. Why don't I have a cold air intake? I don't know. Brake booster and the windshield washer fluid. Yeah, I painted a classy purple, which I wasn't even thinking about it, but I have a picture of a Lamborghini on my wall that's a purple. I was not looking at that. This is not the same color purple as that, but it's like, I wasn't even thinking about that. Funnily enough, I never looked at that poster. I got it a long time ago at a school book fair, and Lamborghinis are definitely not my favorite car. They're like pretty low on my list for dream cars. I mean, they're cool, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Why is it in third? Who knows? Or fourth, I guess. Third. No, that would be third, right? I'm checking in. So that would be reverse, first, second, third, right? I may be wrong, but that would be in third, I think. I don't know. I want to get... So, anyways, back to what I was saying earlier. Panther Mark II. Back to this car. This is what I want to get. This is a BMW Series 3 E36. The one I want to get is either a 330 or 323 Ci. The 323 might have only been on the E46s, actually. But it's an inline six. It's a great drifting platform. Everybody drifts a BMW. Everybody mods a BMW. So there's tons of aftermarket support for it. And they're just cool. They're cheap. Generally. I don't know. E36s are a little higher in price. Sorry, I'm rubbing my eye, but I'm going to do it anyway. E36s are a little higher in price because as things go, they were cheap. A bunch of people started buying them because they were cheap and they were good drifting platforms. And now the price is higher. But you can still buy an E46 for under $3,000. Which you can also buy an E36 for under $3,000 as well. Might be a lot harder to find it. But actually, right now you can't. But usually you could. Because with COVID, all the prices are jacked up, and it's really, really annoying because I got in the cars the worst time. But I love cars, and now I know a ton of stuff about cars that I can't do anything with. I have a car, but it's not a project car for several reasons. One of them being that it's a front-wheel drive, which is very hard to drift, which is what I wouldn't use it for. It's bad for drifting. It's not a manual, also bad for drifting. And it's just not the project car I want. I don't know what the weight balance is on it, but yeah, so I want a 5-speed BMW round 2000-ish E36 E46. I don't know. Okay. To the main menu. Did I put my Lamborghini up? Let's make sure I did. Nope, didn't. Parking. One second. So as you can see, I've spent a lot of hours in this game, just on this world. World 1. This was World 1, and this was World 1. See the difference? This one, I think I made some mistakes in. This was my first run, so I kind of gave up on that. This one was like my restart, where I kind of knew more what I was doing. It's my sandbox, obviously. But we are going to create a new game. Although I could hop into this. I would hop into it real quickly, but no. See, I have 1 minute in this world. Why do I have 1 minute in this world? Did I just decide to restart? I might have just decided to restart because I think I kind of looked up how to start stuff, and then instead of just deleting this world, I kind of just restarted. So, world, YouTube world, normal. There we go. Sure, let's play the tutorial. The viewers a tutorial, which I don't know why I did air quotes. I actually know how to do all this stuff. I don't know why I was like, the viewers a tutorial. I mean, I guess air quotes make sense for viewers because I don't have them, but... Ooh, repairing a Ford, let's say Fiesta, because I don't know Ford SUVs. Except for the Ford Mustang SUV, which is not a goddamn Mustang. It's a disgrace is what it is. It's a fucking disgrace. It is not a Mustang. Take off the front left fender. Open the pie menu into symbol mode. It makes me do it like on this specific part. See, I can't click on any other part of the car and go do a symbol mode, which you can do in other game modes. Click on the coolant reservoir. Hold on a reservoir to change the fluid. If I'm struggling at this, do not worry about it. Because the only reason I'm struggling on this is because, it's because it normally gives me more freedom. Like, normally there I could just directly close the hood. Like, it wouldn't limit me, but since this tutorial, I can't. It's kind of weird in this, like, weird white space. I kind of like it being all white like this, weirdly. Like, I kind of actually wish I had a click on and off option to turn it white like that all the time. Oh, I need to fix the suspension. Mount new oil filter. Lower button to lower the car. Like, see, normally I could just close this hood. This engine is not in good shape. It doesn't look like. I'm sure it runs fine, but it's like, it does not look nice. There we go. That should be maxed off. Dang it, I can't click on it. Normally, what I can do is, so when the can tips, it means you filled it to an adequate level. But if you fill it a little more, you get to the max level. And that's, for some reason, what I always like to go to. Select the tire changer, blah, 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 blah. Why did I do the tutorial? I said for the viewers, and I did air quotes and stuff, but I legitimately know how to do all this stuff. Okay, it wants me to do rim tire. That rim may need repairing, dude. All of your car is rusted. I don't know where you live, and I don't know if you just got flooded, but all of your stuff is rusted. Did I grab that? Why didn't it let me grab that? That normally works. That's not the order I would do it in real life. For some reason, I always try and do the bolts in the order I would do it in real life, but it really doesn't matter. And you know why it doesn't matter? Because it's a video game. Front end link A. Let me disassemble that. Your shock absorber A. Go to the spring puller. Oh wow, I can't believe I guessed that. Oh sorry, I'm like scratching the mic. Hey, your stuff isn't in good condition. I wish I had shown you that FMW in my thing. Like before I washed it, it looked completely dirty, and I just kept like fixing stuff until it ran. Until it didn't run well, but it ran. And your car can not run well in this game. Like it can be slower, and because you didn't either upgrade stuff or you just didn't do stuff right. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but it does that thing where it's like where it stalls for a second, and then it turns on. Oh, I hate that my phone is right here, but whatever. Sure, let's take the order that has no information on what's wrong on it. I do not think. Yeah, car lift A, fun. Ooh, I can also take this order before it expires. See, that's the only thing I don't like about this mode. I don't necessarily like to be being rushed. I forgot I don't have 2 car lifts. I'm used to having 2 car lifts. I also keep doing that. Car status. What's wrong with it? Brake pads, brake pump, blah, blah, blah. So, another complaint with this game, it tells you what's wrong with it, right? It tells you right here. So, my question is why, you can mark them. You can mark them and stuff, so that when you go here into your stuff, see that all the stuff is highlighted now. That's helpful. I get it. But why can't, instead of separately going to the tab menu, why can't I just add a list to my shopping list here? Because I'll show you there's a add to shopping list. Okay, I need to unlock that. How do you unlock tablet? Tell me how I unlock tablet. Cost 500 credits. Buy now. Oh, and buy this. These cost more credits. The only reason I bought those two now is because now I can go to this. And then there's a shopping list which you can add stuff to by, like, let's see, I look at this and I say I need a new air filter cover. I can hit X and add it to shopping list. Anyways. I think I actually do need a new one of these. Did it want the air filter base off? Don't have any idea, but now it is off, so. Do I have another order in? I know I haven't finished either of these, but let's take a golf. Like, I don't know if there's a time limit where customers get mad at you or not. So I took that off. That just seemed like the air filter needed replacing. I'm gonna jack the car up and do this because I gotta get the oil thing off. Go up. Car lift A. Use equipment. Move back to where it was. I'm not gonna fill the oil. Seriously? Are you serious? I can't take that off with a car like that? Yes, I can. Screw you. Yeah, there's some stuff that's only accessible from the engine bay, and there's some stuff that's only accessible while the car is lifted. That's the order I would have done it in real life if anybody cares at all. Nobody's watching, so probably nobody cares. Do I need to get this off? What's it tell me I need to get off? Pads, pump, filter, all of the tires. So if this pad is bad, I'll know I'm done with this side. Okay, done. That might be a little loud still. 1 second. I'm turning that down even more. If I ever get viewers, or if I watch the stream back, I can mess with it. Should have messed with it more before the stream, but as is my style, I never do that, and I just hope things work out. I hope if I ever get professional, I don't stop doing that, or I just, like, do not care about the... Do these have drums? Wonder. Like, if I ever get pro or whatever, I so hope that I just still do not care at all, and which I won't go pro because I am not a good YouTuber, but I would hope that I would keep the same level of non-preparedness, like, oh, guess my audio isn't working. Watch me fiddle with this for 10 minutes, guys. See, they did have drums. I'm a genius. That's why we didn't have 4 pads to replace, because generally they wear evenly. Okay, that should be all, right? That's Um, tires, pump, pads, filter. Did I take the tires off? Are these? Oh, these are all still connected. Um. Why aren't all the filters together? Apparently, I can't speak. It makes sense for them all to be together. They don't seem to be. Or I'm just stupid. I don't know. They all are there. VAOHVE. That's right. That's the right one. Round air filter, 2 carb. Oh, no, this was the right one. Now I just have that. Fun. Oh, I forgot I can't go in there yet. That's weird. I'm not used to that. I always play in Sandbox because it's really fun just to mess around and build the cool cars you want to build. Air filter, oil filter. Good job that I didn't add anything to my shopping list that I actually needed. It's not an X on this menu. It's space. Deny. Space. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm very bad at that. It's not my strong suit. I love how we're an hour into this and I have not gotten a single car done. Sorry, my brain is just, it just keeps blanking. Tab. 12, 135, what's the profile? Let me read this. 215, 75, 15. 215. 75. 15, right? Hopefully that was the right size. 215, 15, 75. 215, 15, 75. There. I was right. I was like, I'm going to be mad if that was not the right size and I just bought 4 tires of the wrong size. Fuel pump, bipart, oil filter, bipart. Oh, for a second I thought I had already bought a new oil filter and I was also going to be mad at that. I was going to be like, seriously, I'm such a dunce. I bought the same oil filter twice. Well, sorry, my brain is dead. Brain dead. For some reason, forgot I had to remount these. So, I need to figure out more mechanics of this game. because I never play in this game mode, but there's scrapping, which does it cost money? I forget if it costs money to scrap or if it's better to just sell stuff. Fun fact, I think this does 2 complete rotations and then it's done with your tire. See, that's 1, 2, I think. That's how much I've played this game that I pay attention to how many rotations it does. I've played a lot of this game. I mean, not a lot. There's definitely people that have way more hours than I do in this game. But I don't remember when I got it, but it's a fun game, in my opinion. Some people are like, why would you play a car mechanic simulator? That sounds boring as hell. Can't wait till I get a job as a mechanic, and then people are like, why do you want to get home so badly? And I'm like, oh, because I want to play car mechanic simulator. They're like, yeah, but you're literally a mechanic. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just talking out of my ass. No viewers, yay. It's kind of like, I like it better when people are here, obviously, because it's like, it's kind of just desolate. It's kind of like, I could just be playing this game on my own time. If nobody's watching, why would I play it now? I feel like stuff doesn't click the same way it does in the other game mode. I can usually navigate around the car better in the other game mode, I think. I don't know why I think that. It should be the same, right? But maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I'm gonna be pissed if I do all this and then it's like, oh yeah, you forgot to do this dipshit. Take the tires back off. I probably will be, because that's generally how things go. And also in the other game mode, I'm not really worried about time, so I think that's a big difference. Is I'm not trying to get to the next car super fast. I'm just trying to get stuff done. Okay, I still need to replace the oil. Is that all I took off? No, that is not. That's only accessible from the engine bay. Man, you should take better care of your car. This is kind of a cool car. I don't know. It might be. I think I glanced at it, so it might not be also. Yeah, it's kind of an old car or whatever. Like, treat it with some respect. That's all done. You do the oil. Fill the windshield washer fluid. Drain power steering. Windshield washer fluid. So it's important whether it says fill or if it has in parentheses fill, and then in parentheses it says drain and replace with new. Because that was just a fill thing. The engine oil, sometimes it'll say just fill, but sometimes it'll say drain and replace with new, which luckily I already drained it. So also, I don't know if it finds you if you overfill it, but that should be fine. I don't really need to top it off. And did that wrong. See, that's what I mean. If I had poured that in, I might have got a penalty or something. But what you're supposed to do drain it and replace it with new on stuff like this. So that phrasing is important. You know what? I can't live with myself if it's not like topped off. So I'm just gonna keep checking this. There we go. Change brake fluid. I don't remember brake fluid being on there, but whatever. Not what I meant to do. See, that's annoying, but it'll get you. Oh crap, I could just keep hitting drain. I wish after you drained it one time, it would just go back to what it was normally. There we go. Because it's not like you can like maneuver around from this when you're draining it. You can a little bit, but I wish after you drained something, it would just go back to your normal thing and not stay in the drain menu, because I just keep hitting drain on the same thing instead of taking the cap off. Car status 46%, not my problem. I completed the order. By the way, that's literally not my problem. That would be funny though if I just... This car looks cooler, so it's getting priority. That's how car mechanic shops should work. It's not the car that you got to first, it's the car that... Let's pay more? Let's pay more? Whatever, take order. It's not the car that came to you first. It's like, nah, your car looks cooler. Your car has more potential to be a cool car. So I'm going to show you one of my things. So, do you remember that thing I bought? This thing? Maybe like, why did you buy that? Because on a car that doesn't tell us all the stuff, it will tell us a bunch of stuff about the engine, so we don't have to just go through and check stuff manually. That's why I bought that OBD2 scanner. Can I take this order? Oh yeah, I can have 3 cars out of here. I forgot about that. Let's see if I... Okay, yeah, I can't get any more jobs right now. Well, there's the thing. So how many skill points do I have? 0. Awesome. Oh, it wants me to drain and replace all the fluids. That's fun. This is actually, when it is helpful. I should have checked which fluids it said. Maybe it didn't even say brake, and I'm just gonna have an unnecessary expense now. Brake, coolant, power steering, windshield. So all the extra fluids. Not extra fluids. You know what I mean. This is actually when it's helpful to keep the drain tool on, because you can just keep draining this stuff, but generally I don't like it because I only have to drain like one thing or whatever. So screw the cap off. So normally on the see-through things, this bottle tilts back, and then you fill it one more notch after there, and that's max fill. You're probably not supposed to fill it to max fill in real life, but that's what I like doing. in this game because it makes me satisfied. Like, see, I feel it. Wait for this one is weird because you can't see it, but tips back and we're at max fill. So yeah, you just fill it. Tips back, you fill it a little more, goes up, the end. Thank you very much. That was actually a really easy job. I don't know how to determine. Is this a higher level order because it's lower down on the list? I don't know. See, I want to be able to determine, are these all exactly the same car? These are all the Audis? I think this is an Audi. Hopefully I'm right. It looks like an Audi. Or this symbol at least looks like an Audi. What's it called? Mayan? It's not how you spell Mayan, so I don't know. Calipers, disc, pads. Let's start all those so we can see where they are. 2 calipers, 2 discs, different type of disc, 2 pads. So, see, if I didn't buy the tablet, I would have to go over here to this computer each time I wanted to do stuff, but I can just access it from the engine bay. To order stuff. This dude is lucky that, like, we have, like, a 1-second delivery service. Oh, hey, what's up? You're here, man. I know it's late. I know it's, like, what time is it? It's, like, 11, and I've been streaming for an hour and 12 minutes. Did I say calipers? Cylinders? Pads? Hopefully it said calipers. I'm gonna be very mad if it said calipers. Okay, it said calipers, pads, and disc. Tablet. Brake disc ventilated. Is it on the other side? Okay, it's this, this, and this. Why does it have to be 3 separate wheels? Couldn't you just make it the same, like, or couldn't you just make it 2 wheels? No, they had to throw it in 3 separate wheels. Yeah, I'm just doing some car mechanic simulator. It might not be that fun for you to watch, but that's what I felt like doing today. I've been wanting to stream it this weekend, but I haven't had time. Correction, I've had time, but then I got tired. And I didn't do it. Because I said I was going to do it earlier in the day, but then I got distracted watching YouTube. That's the problem. I need to motivate myself to do stuff like that. Like, just stream impulsively. And I know that's how I always stream. But I'm saying, is this one of the calipers that need to be replaced? God, I'm stupid. It's one of the discs that need to be replaced. God, which one was it? So pads, caliper. This one had a disc. This one also had a disc. So I'm good. There we go. Pads, caliper. Does this also need pads? No, this one did not need pads. Did this one need pads? Who knows? I'd be very mad if that's not what. I'm not putting the wheel back on yet because that might have been the wrong one. This game is weirdly cathartic and fun for me. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's just like those games where it's like, I kind of wish I wasn't having this much fun playing a game this simplistic. That was a pad over there. Oh, this did not need a pad. I wish it would tell me which wheels needed a pad and which wheels didn't. Because I don't know if that one needed a pad. Did this one need a pad? I have no idea. Because I only needed 2 pads, but I don't know if I was supposed to put one up there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Actually, it shouldn't matter which wheels have the right pads, as long as they're all in decent condition. So, if this one had a really crappy pad, and I moved it over there, and I moved a really nice pad over here, it wasn't completely crappy, it should be fine. So, like, yeah. So it should be fine. Still keeping the wheels off until I'm sure, because I'm like, I do not want to take them off again. I wonder if you can get it to where you go faster on the bolts. It feels like it goes faster in the other mode, but everything goes faster because you have like unlimited money and you can do whatever you want. Yeah, this one definitely needed to be replaced. So, I'm gonna check if I did the right stuff. Okay, I did all the stuff. I wonder, I'm not going to, but I wonder if I could just, I bet I can. I may not be able to. I wonder if I could just send it out and be like, here's your car. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't have wheels or tires on it. It's like, oh yeah, you didn't pay me to replace those. Little did you know you were only paying me to replace the things, not reinstall what you already had. Would be such a dick mechanic move. Like, I'm sure somebody's done that somewhere. I'm sure it's like not common at all, but I'm sure a mechanic has done that. Been like, fuck it, you figured it out. You paid me to replace the thing, not put your existing stuff back on. What, you wanted your piston rings? You asked me to replace your piston, not put your piston rings back in with it. I do not care about your piston rattle. Task bonus, yeah. Finish payout. Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna go grab another car. Okay, so this is a story order. It advances the story, I guess. So the top one's always story orders, or not? I'm so confused. Yes, I know both of you are here first, but this one is the closest proximity to me. These other dudes are probably like, hey, I drove by your, like, I was in a cab the other day going to get something, and I happened so that the cab drove by your shop. I see you just brought a new car in and brought him right in, and my car's still sitting out there that I gave you a week ago. And I'm like, yeah, tough world, man. Oh, tensioners, coils, fun. Oil. Okay. I am doing all the fluids first. So as always, I'm going to drain the oil first. But I'm not going to replace it just yet, because I might have to. I never replace it immediately in this game, because there's a chance I'll have to like rip a head off or something, like a head cover off, and then it'll be like, hey, we find you because you didn't drain the fluid. And it's like, I did drain the fluid, I just replaced it. Gosh. Okay. Don't know why I switched department out. Drain tool. I'm hoping these are the ones it said. So I did brake, windshield, coolant, power steering. If not, he's gonna get like a free fluid change. Brake, coolant, windshield, power steering. Yeah, that's usually what they ask for. Because oil is generally in its different menu, right? Because these are bonus task. Oil's in its different menu because it's generally not a bonus task. I'm wondering, I bet it might find me, but I wonder all these things, but I'm like, I'm never gonna do them because too chicken to lose money on this game. It's like, if I just drain them and didn't replace them, I don't know. I bet you could do that in this game. So I've decided on this playthrough, I'm actually not going to be doing what I said earlier, where I top it off, because I really like topping off to max for some reason. But it's so much easier and faster to go by that, and I like doing it the other way, but that takes up more time, and we kind of don't want to use time when we're in this mode. Power steering, thank you for reminding me. Would have forgotten to replace that. Yeah, I wish this game had more features and functions, but also I don't. Like, I get it. I like this game the way it is, and I wish it had more stuff, but that might make the game more laggy and harder on your PC. It's like a balance. It's like, do you want it to be really hard on your PC and really detailed and possibly more annoying at points because you can't find the right part because there's a million parts for every single specific thing and none of them fit into the same engine bays or anything like that? Or do you want it more simplified where it's less hard on your PC, but you get less customization options and it might be a little easier? But see, this kind of looks like this is a weird air intake. I've never actually seen that one before. That's weird. Probably because I never work on these little tiny smart cars or whatever. Oil. It's a tensioner, brake pads. I wish I could see. Devs, listen to me, please. OBD. Let's hope the OBD2 scanner can figure this out. Actually, one more. I'm gonna try and fix something before I talk to the devs, but they won't hear it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, thank you for alerting me as to all of that stuff. Ooh, part still not discovered. Awesome. Is there an examination mode on this? Yes, there is. This is fun. What I was gonna say is, devs, please listen to me. On that screen where you can like mark stuff in the blue, please make it so that where you can buy that stuff directly from that menu and you don't have to like go back and forth between menus. Or make it so you can pull up your tablet on that menu and order stuff directly. But it would be so much better if you could just add stuff to your shopping list through that menu. Let's just check all of these. We're checking all of this. Oh, this has a tiny little intercooler. Fun. I'm guessing it's these bearings that are bad. And that's the hidden thing. I'm so glad this has an examination mode. I was thinking maybe you'd have to buy it, but apparently no. Normal mode. Ooh, yay, part undiscovered. Okay. Let's hope that it's these bushings. I bet it is. So, car status, part undiscovered, part undiscovered. No, the bushings were already discovered. Crap. Oh, it has a turbo as well. Why does... I mean, I guess like all cars basically come with turbos nowadays. Oh, dang it, I'm gonna have to buy a compression tester. Which is also actually a really helpful tool in real life. Compression tester, there we go. It helps you, especially for a car guide, it helps people diagnose what is wrong, or if there is something wrong. Ooh, part still not discovered. That is fun. Let's buy more tools to see if we can fix the problem before we go tearing this engine apart. Electronic multimeter, tri-gauge, charger, welder. What? You can do that? I've never seen that menu before. 1 second, I'll be back. Hello? Are we back? There, we are back. You know, I never use it. See, I have my slash key bound directly to muting my microphone, and for some reason I never ever use it because I forget it's there. And I have a little card that tells me what my buttons are for muting and stuff. Fuel pressure tester. Let's buy one of those. Fuel pressure meter. I don't think it's anything wrong with the fuel system, but couldn't hurt to buy another tool. Oh no, it actually might be something wrong with the fuel system. I don't know. My injectors are fine, my pumps are fine. Let's buy another thing with our money. Let's spend all our money straight off the bat. Sounds like a great idea. I mean, I say that sarcastically, but it might actually be later on down the line, so we have these tools. I just didn't expect to have to buy them so early. Okay, check our menu. Part not discovered. We're just gonna buy all these tools. Tread gauge, welder. Tough. What is dyno salvaging? See, I can buy salvaging, buy test bath, car wash, another lifter. I don't think it's the tread. I definitely don't think it's the tread. Let's buy a tread tester. Let's see if it is. Now we have all the tools in this menu. Nope, tread is all in the green. So, let's go through this until we find parts that either look in bad condition, like this doesn't look in bad condition, but it has a question mark, or parts that I'm so mad. This doesn't look in bad condition, this doesn't look in bad condition. Well, all those tools. Let's rip this engine apart. See, that's why I took the oil out and didn't put it back in. Does it already say spark plugs? No, we bought a compression tester, so we know what all our spark plugs are at. That's a great idea. This is what you should do in real life. This is definitely recommended. Do this in real life. Your engine acting up. You can't find out what it is. Just start ripping stuff apart. Sounds like bad advice, but sometimes it's good advice. Like if you have an old junker car, that's like actually how a lot of people learn on cars. Camshaft. Cams look fine. That cam might be screwed up a little bit. Yeah, that cam's highlighted, so that cam's definitely screwed up. But fuse box cover. The fuses should all be tested because we bought a multimeter and an OBD2. I wonder what it could be. I really hope it's not something with the pistons. Also, would be a lot more helpful if it was something with the pistons. We had an engine crane, but we do not have an engine crane yet. Is that not highlighted? Is it literally going to be this simple? I'm going to be so mad. Yeah, it's probably this simple. These do not look highlighted. Sorry, my ear was itching. Oh. 2 parts not discovered. Wow, that's crazy that they're discovered now. I'm so mad. I almost started ripping my engine completely apart so that... Do these look more rusted? Nope, these look fine. That looks fine. So it's definitely this one. I'm so mad. I mean, at least we have those tools now. But like, I bought a whole... I spent, I think, $1,000 on tools in this game. And then it's like, oh no, it was the most obvious thing. It was your brakes. It's probably one of the first things a mechanic looks for. Imagine if you did that in real life. You're like, what's acting up with my car? I mean, if you drove it, you would probably know it's the brakes. But imagine just being like, what's acting up with my car? Gets the engine crane, tears out whole engine, rebuilds engine. Car runs better than ever, but you're like, huh. I've realized what it was now that my car has no engine flaws. It's that it was the brakes the whole time. I'm just gonna keep talking out of my ass. See, I so want to be able to... Do you see what I mean? How annoying this is? Devs, please listen to me. I know you will not hear me. But it would be so helpful if I could just add all this stuff to a shopping list. So, a belt tensioner, brake disc ventilated, brake pads, belt tensioner. Hopefully it wasn't the other one, but only a few cars in this game use that one. 2 brake disc ventilated. There's also a thing in the other room where you can play a little mini game and repair stuff, but it costs a lot of credits, and I personally don't think it's worth it unless they're like really heavy duty parts that would actually cost more to rebuy. Brake disc ventilated, that's what it was. 2 of them. 4 brake pads. I don't know when I'm gonna end this stream, but a cam, another cam gear, camshaft, same thing. They're definitely not, but whatever. Cam gear 16B, right? Might have been 14B. I think it's 14B. 14B Saka. There we go. Camshaft 14 Saka, yeah, that's what. SC SOHC, but I just say Saka because it helps me remember it. Idler, ignition. Is that Idler Roller A or Idler Roller B, Hudson? You should have checked. That was Idler Roller A. That is not the only... Oh no, it is here. I was gonna say that's not the only thing with the ignition in it, but ignition coil. That's what I want. Oil filter. Oil filter 14. There we go. It's like the most common one in this game, I think. 4 rubber bushings. Serpentine belt A. Four rubber bushings. Serpentine belt. I'm gonna search Sir A 14. That should narrow it down. Do I have to type it in order? I'm so mad. So I'm just gonna type Serpent Team Belt. I'm assuming it's that one, right? Yeah, it is. Why didn't it show up when I typed the thing? That's fun. Like, see, I wish you could just type keywords like that. Like, I typed Sir A14. Like, SER A14. Doesn't show up, but some minor complaints. I really do like this game. I don't want you guys to think that I'm dogging on the developers. Just suggesting some things because I like the game. I don't know if they released Car Mechanic Simulator 2022. They might have. That might not. That might be why they're not releasing new ones or not releasing updates for this game. Yeah, my favorite part: slowly unscrewing all of the cam caps. I'm not gonna be able to get this out even after I unscrew these, but whatever. Do I have to take the timing cover off to do this? Probably. This timing cover, obviously, but I don't know about the other one. Hide the ruler A. The crank pulley. Yay. Bam, now I'm at the cams. There's the belt tensioner. There's the idler roller I need to replace. What's snitching this? That's what's snitching this, right? Oh no, I can just take this out. I just was clicking wrong. I'm an idiot. That's the problem. Do. One second, I'm gonna check my live. Wrong window. Wrong window. There we go. Anybody watching? Let's see. YouTube Studio. +2 in the last 28 days. Content. Live. Details. Analytics. View live in control room. I have 0 viewers right now. Cool. Cool 0 viewers. Fun. There we go. Minimize that. There we go. Yep, we're gonna have to take off the other timing cover. Fun. I mean, this one has like 6 bolts. 5 bolts. Sorry. I don't know if I needed to take that out for that, but... Oh, did I need to replace this? I felt like I needed to replace that. I definitely did. Is there one on this side? Hello stuff highlighted, right? Cam gear 14 SOHC. And that's highlighted. So, okay, it wasn't that good. Did I buy a new cam? I should have bought a new cam. Did I buy the wrong cam? There's a chance I did. Yes, I bought the wrong cam. Oh my god, I switched them. I know what I did. So instead of buying cam gear 14 socket and camshaft 14B, I bought cam gear 14B and camshaft 14 socket. Ah, okay. That's fun. Love that. It's cam gear 14 socket, right? Cam gear 14 socket. Yep. I am so mad I switched those. And I even tried so hard to make sure I got it right. Camshaft 14B. There we go. Now we have a new camshaft and a new... That makes me so mad. I was like, I swear I bought the right ones for this. But nope. I'm just a dunce. I'm just stupid. This is really relatable content. I'm really reaching the masses right here. Talking about cam gears and camshafts. I love how disorganized this channel is. I mean, it's way more organized than my other one, but it's still very disorganized. It's like really structured video of like actual reviewing content that was scripted out and perfect. Random video of me working on cars in a video game. Cars, the video game. Cars is awesome. It's a great movie. I rewatched that recently. I actually forgot how good of a movie that was. I also watched Rio the other day. It's also a really good movie. I know I'm talking to no one, but whatever. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do the rest of the cars that are in my lot, and then I'll end the stream. Should be paying attention to what I'm putting in, but I'm really not. I mean, I have all the stuff, so it really doesn't matter. But whatever. Okay. Ooh, yay. I love when stuff is only accessible. Oh, no, never mind. I was gonna complain. Sorry for complaining. I was gonna complain, but then I realized I'm an idiot. And that this was accessible. I was just doing it wrong. Okay. That looks like a new oil filter, so hopefully it is. Won't be that big of a deal if it's not, because I just have to lift the car up. I don't have to take a bunch of parts off. But it should be fine. This game is so fun. Kind of wish I was working on cars in real life, but no. It's like my car doesn't have anything wrong with it, and it's just not what I want for a project car. So it's like it's like I have nothing to work on. I was thinking about taking a class at the Votech, the EOC or whatever, in Choctaw, but it's like I'd have to sacrifice my electives for that, I think. And I really like TV protection. It's like my favorite elective I've ever had. I host a show on it. Kind of wish I could host a show about cars, because I would actually do that. I mean, I actually do my show, but I mean, like, I would definitely want to do that. I don't know, I could probably get away with it, but it's just not really super, like, uber relatable. I don't know, maybe I'll start a show about cars here. But, like, a bunch of kids do random shows, so I'm sure I could say, hey, teacher, we're still gonna do my show. I'm just starting a new show as well, and we scheduled time for it. As long as we'd scheduled time for it, and it didn't impede other people's shows, I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, sure, get at it. Or maybe he would, because a bunch of people rake random crap on TV production, and they don't put effort into it. But my show's crew puts a ton of effort into our stuff. So if they can get away with making that random crap that's not coherent at all, I could probably get away with just doing my own car show or whatever. I don't know, it'd probably reach a couple of people at Choctaw. It might bring in me more viewers, actually. It's just not... It's more of a niche, I guess. My first video for my car video, if I started doing stuff on cars, would be, hey, you know that Ford Mustang? Air quotes? Yeah, it's not a Mustang. Screw anybody who thinks it is. At the end. Did I just screw this wheel on? Nope. The reason it's like, hey, you haven't done this brake pad, it's because I haven't done this side of the car. You know what's funny? After I end the stream, I'm probably just going to go back to playing this, but watching YouTube at the same time. This is more of a chill stream. I should find... I should really get stream beats, but... I don't know. I don't have the money for it. That's the thing. And I've heard it's relatively cheap. By the way, I'm not sponsored. I know I probably don't have to declare that because I always have like 0 viewers, but I don't know. It felt like the way I was saying it kind of sounded like, and you can check out Stream Beats for the low price of like subliminal marketing. Like, I think it's cheap, around $4.99 a month. I don't actually know how much it is, but I've heard it's cheap. I forget who created it, but I've heard it's good. I don't know. Maybe not even Stream Beats specifically. I should just get a streaming thing, you know, for streaming music that's non-copyrighted. Spark and the oil filter. Okay, which one of these spark plugs is bad? It's this one. No, it's not. It says it's that one because that's the cylinder the old spark plug was in. But, okay. 78. I think I just took that one out. 81. 76. Okay. Spark plug. So one of these spark plugs is bad. Just need to figure out which one's in the lowest condition and replace it. So 100, 100, 81, 76. So there's a chance. It only told me to replace 4 of these, right? What are the rest of the spark plugs? Spark plug, spark plug. No, it told me to replace 2 of them. I did replace those 2. Whatever, I'll just buy one. How much are spark plugs? Spark plug cover. Forget spark plugs are in the electronics. All of these for sure should be good now. Sometimes it does that where it's like, hey, buy one of these, and you buy it and it's like, oh no, that's not good enough. And you need to buy one more because it was just low enough quality, but it didn't show up on this menu. Or I'm just an idiot and I did something wrong. That's the more likely case. Crap. Unmount. Also wish you, another small peeve, I wish you could check this while the car was moving down so you can just get stuff done faster. But again, that's like a really small thing. My main thing, if I could add or like change one thing to this game, it'd be that you could add these to your shopping list directly from this menu. From the parts to fix, issues to fix menu. Okay. I've drained all my old oil. Sorry, I hear that lift going down in my ears, but I think it's just my brain, and I think I've ruined my ears slightly with loud music and stuff. So sometimes noises just repeat in them, which they shouldn't because I'm 17. But they do, nevertheless. Finish order. Oh, there's a missing fuse box cover. Sorry, I forgot to pick that out. I'll be like, what were you doing with my fuse box? I did not ask you to fix anything like that. It's like, sorry, sir, I had to rip your engine apart because couldn't find out what the issue was. That would be funny, just getting a whole rebuilt engine. It's like, dude, my car runs so much better. I'm definitely going to recommend you. And the dude's just like, yeah, that's because we had to like rip your whole engine out and replace a bunch of stuff. He's like, why? And it's like, we really couldn't find out what the problem was, so we just kept replacing stuff, but we're like, we're not going to charge him for that because we couldn't figure it out either. I don't know. Again, I keep talking. That's kind of what I do. Caliper, disc, pads, and an ABS. So and then brake. Caliper. Disc. Pads. It was 2 of each, right? Hopefully. But don't worry, we're not going to run out of them. Or whatever. I would not run out of them, I meant. I only need 1 caliper, but whatever. Sometimes I accidentally buy the part that I do not need. But it's whatever. Like, I buy a part that I'm like, oh, I actually did not need to. Like, buy that, but I don't immediately sell them. I used to do that. Or, like, when I briefly played this mode, I did that. But then I was like, you know what? It's probably not worth selling them, especially if they're like calipers or something, because it's always going to be the next customer that's going to come in that's like, hey, I need some calipers. And I'm like, oh, I just resold one for less than it cost. Also, why do I have to buy buy stuff? Like I was saying, it's lucky we have like 1 second delivery for this dude. Like, we have a whole shop. And you think the point of a shop would be to, like, you know, fix the stuff that's like, have the stuff on hand and somebody can drive up and you can fix the stuff that's broken. But no, we just have all the tools, but we just order all our stuff out and not in advance, just right there on the spot. Hey, do you think we should buy like 40 weight oil or whatever and uh in advance so that we're prepared for when a car comes in and needs oil, like tons of cars do every day? No, I think we should just wing it, and if somebody comes in and they need oil, we just order it and wait for it to come. Again, I'm tired and exhausted. I'm just trying to make this stream a little interesting, so I just keep talking so the stream doesn't feel dead, even though there's nobody in it. So it probably already does feel dead, but I end up just saying like random stuff and scenarios like that. I don't know. I'm just quirky like that. I'm not like the other girls. Not like the other girls. I play Car Mechanic Simulator. I need more car friends. I have like 2 car friends. That's about it. Like, I've explained car stuff to my non-car friends. They're good friends, so they're not like they let me explain it, but I would not blame them if they were like, could you just shut up about car stuff? I mean, I don't talk about it all the time, but I was showing my friend my new car. It's an old car, but it's my new car, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like 2022 or 2021 or 2000 something, or it is a year 2000 car, but you see what I mean? It's not a new car, but it's my new car. Because I crashed my other one into the front end of a bus. I got T-boned, and my friends make fun of me for it all the time. Which is fair, because it's when you know you have good friends. People that don't know you will be like, oh my god, are you okay? But your friends will be like, you're a fucking idiot. You got hit by a bus. So, anyways, what was I saying? We were going out to my car to look at my new car. That's why I explained it. Oh, literally refill windshield washer fluid. Then I was trying to explain something about the engine, how it's got a supercharger. And my friend listened to me explain what a supercharger is, but they definitely didn't care, which is completely fine. I do not blame her for it. So I was like, it's got a supercharger, and she was like, cool, I don't know what that is. And I was like, oh boy. get ready, strap in for my spiel about what a supercharger is. And I'm like, you see what a supercharger is it's basically two screws that spin inside your thing. It's driven by a belt on your crank, I think. Or your water pulley, I think. I think it's usually your crank, right? I don't know. That's one thing I don't know. I need to figure out which belt drives it. But it basically drives two screws that are above your engine, like your engine bay, and they basically spin around and basically create a bunch of air and pull a bunch of air in and push it down into your engine. So more air is being packed into your engine, more air in your engine, more combustion. The more uh, the more horses you get, horsepowers. So I'm assuming this is higher level. Who knows? If you guys want to see more of this, maybe I'll stream more of it. But it's basically two screws that sometimes they spin in opposite directions. I think sometimes they spin in the same direction. There's different types that I remember. There's like a root type screw. There's different types. I forget what those are. I don't know all about that. But it's basically two screws that spin in your engine that cram air down, more combustion, faster car goes basically. Like I know how the supercharger works. I don't know completely what it does, but I can explain basically how it works, what it does, know how a turbo works and what it does, and like I'm like, I know they don't care, but I'm like, now I can explain this stuff. You know, I'm that meme. Like, I'm that meme where, one second. I'm gonna save this. Return to the menu. I'm about to end the stream, but I need to show you the meme. Alt tab. Yes, I have to narrate. My button clicks. It is definitely necessary. So tab. Display capture. There we go. I'm basically this meme. The they don't know meme. They don't know the mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell, or like, this is just a blank version, but my version would be, they don't know I know how our turbocharger works, like, and it's just there, like, I'm sitting in the corner, I'm like, I'm literally that meme where I'm like, I want to tell them so bad, but they do not care. Same with car friends. One of my car friends we used to sit with, just like, I don't think she has my same lunch period anymore. I think she's online now, actually. And one of my car friends, he just doesn't sit with us. He's not in the same group or whatever. And like I basically have like two car friends, and I'm like, dang it, I can never talk to them for an extended period of time about cars. I mean, I could call them. Sometimes we get on calls and stuff, but I don't know. Oh, I have 3,000 followers. I find these memes way too funny. What is this? God, Kanye's stupid. Okay, anyways. Enjoy this nice picture of an intake. See you next time, I guess. Yeah, peace out. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. I know there's nobody here right now, but thank you, my friend, for joining in the stream. 1 second. I'm doing this right now on stream, even though I was about to end it, because I can. Sorry, I was just turning my display capture off, changing it back to my game capture, because I think game capture uses less CPU, uses less of your computer's power, because it's capturing a specific window. And display capture captures whatever's on the screen, so if I exit out of this, it captures my blank home page or whatever, so it takes more power or whatever. But thank you for joining in the stream. I appreciate it. See you next time. Maybe tomorrow I'll stream. Maybe I'll stream at a more reasonable hour tomorrow. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I guess leave a like if you want to see more of Car Mechanic Simulator. I actually really do enjoy playing Car Mechanic Simulator and playing I was gonna say survival, but it's not like a survival. It's not like people are come down to hunt me and steal my parts or kill me or anything. Thanks for watching the normal mode and not the sandbox mode of Car Mechanic Simulator. Leave a like if you want to play more. I do like playing the normal mode. It's pretty fun. I haven't played it a lot. So yeah, peace. See you next video.